I'll start. Alrighty, you take it away.
Okay. Hey, everybody. Thanks for jumping on. So I was talking to Megan about a training that I did of Michelle Myers. She is kind of like our grandmother coach on the team through Megan. She's an elite Beachbody coach. She's been doing this for like years and years and years. And she's also founded 2 other businesses since being a Beachbody coach. So she's a really awesome business person. And she did a lot of her businesses run online. So her training was about how to sell online without like losing friends and annoying people, which I was super interested in because I thought it really applied to us. So she gave 10 tips for doing this, and that's what I'm going to relay back to you guys. None of them are mine, and I've probably committed all of them at some point. So total no judgment zone on any of them. I'm going to try to be quick because I know it's late, but also as thorough as I can. So if you guys have questions, shoot them my way in the chat tab if I see them, or we can just talk about them when I'm done. So her first tip on how to sell without annoying your friends was to think like a customer. So whenever you're going to post something on your social media, anything that has to do with your business, kind of imagine a friend of yours, she suggested, that would never be your target customer for one reason or another. Like, you respect this friend, but they would never be that target customer for you. And what kind of a post could you write that wouldn't annoy that person? Because if you're not going to annoy that person, it's very unlikely that you're going to annoy anyone else on your newsfeed. And really, when it comes to like promotion and marketing, it shouldn't be annoying to people. It should be engaging and attracting other people to you. So she also, brought to our attention that obviously not everyone is as passionate about your business as you are. So you want to convey yourself in the right way, because not everyone's going to like pick up on, the same passion the same way you do. And then she went on to say this is kind of a caveat from her, and I don't think anyone really does this on our team, but you've probably had it done to you at some point. Don't add anyone to a group without asking or getting their permission, because it's just annoying. Like that's probably the number one most annoying thing that I've had done for me. Even if it's one of your free groups, just don't do it. Ask people first. That should go without saying, but don't be that person. The second thing Michelle said was, and this is something that everyone can kind of think about in their own terms, because she was talking very specifically to business women. So if you are someone who wants to further your business, your Beachbody business, and you're not just in it for, the accountability and getting a little bit of money here and there for the shakes, then you really need to think seriously about opening an account that is specifically for your business. So like a Facebook like page or something like that, for a number of reasons. One of them is that you're more searchable that way. So you can build a following through other people searching you. People aren't going to find you on your personal page through a Facebook search. I actually had someone randomly from California found me on my like page because I've been posting a lot of stuff about my pregnancy, and she was specifically looking for that and likes Beachbody. So she just randomly found me that way, and she would have never done that just personally through my own page. It also allows you to be more bold in your marketing and your advertising to people, because it's not your personal page. So it leaves your personal page to do just that. And, you can use it for its intended purposes and sharing your life and your cute pictures of all your kids, which you can put on your like page too if you want. But people who choose to follow you on your like page are doing just that. They're choosing to follow your fitness journey. So it kind of opens you up to be a lot more specific and bold in that approach without worrying about annoying people as much. It also helps you expand your reach in terms of like Facebook ads and boosted posts. there's a whole algorithm on that. And I know that Megan and Molly had some more thorough training on that in terms of the ads and the boosted posts. But really, you're not going to get the same reach through your personal page that you will through a like page, just because of the way Facebook has things set up now. So if you're just starting out with Beachbody, like, your personal page is a great way to start sharing your story. And, you know, don't stress yourself out about getting a like page right away. But when you feel like it's the right time that you want to really move your business forward and take it a little bit more seriously, then I would start thinking about something like that. And then her third point was no lifestyle bragging, which I don't think we do a lot of either, that I've noticed. And her example was just bragging about your success. And I think there's a right way and a wrong way to do it. So I have seen top coaches in Beachbody do posts similar to what she's talking about, like in terms of, you know, I make X, Y, and Z amount of money a month. You follow me and I'll teach you what I do, and blah, 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 blah. And it's kind of like you're fishing with the wrong bait. Like, people don't understand how long it takes you to get to that amount of money. And if they sign on thinking they're going to hit that dollar sign and they don't see it in a couple of months or whatever, like, they're done. So those aren't necessarily the people you want to be attracting. So don't use that bait. And I think the right way to do it would be more of like assuming more of an attitude of gratitude. Like, I'm so thankful that I have this opportunity through Beachbody to make a little extra Christmas money and not have such a stressful holiday. Like, I don't think that's bragging at all. I think that's just laying it out there to people, like, wow, this feels really good to not have to worry about that. And I'm thankful that someone reached out to me and now I have this in my life, if that makes sense. Tip number 4, which I thought was kind of funny, was to be able to carry a conversation with someone about something other than your business. So you don't want to be that person that can only ever talk about health and fitness to people, because people will stop listening very quickly. And I'm sure in your personal life, no one does this. So, I mean, hopefully. I was thinking it more along the lines of, like, maybe with the invites and the contacts with people, like, when you're reaching out to other people on Facebook Messenger or whatever, try to talk about other things in their life and in your life that you have in common. Like, make it about them and connecting with them on a personal level, and not just like whipping right around to, oh, so by the way, I run this, blah, blah, blah. You know, like, they're going to stop listening to you and that's going to annoy them. And the more you get to know the person, the more you will see kind of how you might be able to help them with Beachbody. And that's really more what it's all about. And the conversation will kind of naturally go in that direction versus just bringing it up immediately. Tip number 5 was Michelle's 80-20 principle. And it sounded to me like it was very similar to the jab, jab, right hook theory. So she basically said that on your public accounts, to gain trust from people and to gain a following, 80% of your information needs to be valuable for others, whether they choose to join you or not. So you need to give and give and give these people information, or else they're going to stop paying attention to you. And then 20% needs to be specific enough to let people know that there's more that they're not getting. So there should essentially be levels to your business. So, you know, you have your like page or your personal page or whatever that you're sharing on, and you're giving people little tidbits here and there, like something I'm doing right now, because it's my life, is like my different things I've had with pregnancy, and maybe a couple adjustments I've had to make here and there, just to get people involved with what's going on in my life. But then when people decide to become your challenger and they take that next step with you, you need to deliver that much more for them. It's not just that free advice anymore. Now it's that one-on-one help, and you might give them a little bit more. Like, now I have a couple more people who are also pregnant that are joining me, and I give them more in terms of like modifications they can make and nutrition and stuff like that, that I don't put everything out there on my like page, because I'm not going to give that to everyone. I'm going to save that for the people who have really decided to get serious with me on this journey. And then, take that a step further and say they decide to join you as a coach, you're going to give them even that much more accountability and more of yourself. So it's really just like a give, but depending on what level they're following you. And you can't forget to do that on your like page. Let me see if she said anything else there. No. Okay. So number 6, she said, stop mass posts that market generally to everyone. I know that I've done this one. Maybe not. I mean, so, you can take it to the extreme of like, say you put up a stock photo of like 21 Day Fix and say, hey, got a challenge pack on sale this month. It's awesome. Message me for details. That would be like the general post that doesn't really go towards anyone specifically. She basically said that your social media is not for your sales. That's more for your individual combos, which makes sense. Like, you're not selling through your page. You're not just posting your link up there so people can follow it and buy through your page. You want to have that conversation with them so you know what they need from you before they buy. And I still am trying to think through this and how I can like let people know that maybe I'm running a challenge group, but be more specific about it and not just do like a general, hey, I'm doing this, message me kind of a post. Like, maybe I want to be more specific to a certain audience instead of just like that super general type of post. Number 7, and these last few were ones that I really liked a lot. Number 7 was show your job, don't just say it. So this one really got me thinking. She was saying, don't be a broken record about how much you love your job. Don't take selfie after selfie with your Shaco every day and say, I heart superfoods. Like, what does that mean to people? They need to know why you love Shakeology. Like, maybe it's, maybe you're Megan and you don't have migraines anymore, and now you can go outside and play with your kid more often because you're not stuck in a dark room with a headache. Maybe you're taking a video of yourself doing like workouts in a hallway because that's your real life and that's all it takes to get some of these workouts done. Oh, sorry, I just noticed the chat tab. Oh yeah, okay. She said some of her examples and some things that I have seen from other coaches on this team and that I know that work really well. Share success stories of other people. What is it that we do as coaches? We help other people meet their goals. So share that with the world, if that's okay with that specific challenger. If they've met a goal, I think those are super meaningful posts and they show exactly what you do. Share what you're learning about yourself or your business. Show the behind the scenes. So, it's not just that cute, perfect workout selfie every day, which I take those. Maybe you were doing your workout and your toddler was throwing toys at you the whole time, or maybe you had to wake up at 4:30 in the morning to get it done. I think when you show the struggle that you overcame, that you become much more relatable to people than just like that cute, perfect picture at the end. What did you have to overcome to get there so that people can relate to you a little bit more, because they have a lot of excuses and they have a lot of things that keep them from getting this all done. So how can we help them overcome that? Number 8 is to change your mindset. So Michelle says, basically forget about sales, because that's not what's going to make you show up every day. If you're just selling a product to someone, then you're much less likely to show up every day and do it. You want to define what you do based on your purpose and not your product. So remember and remind yourself, how does your business allow you to make a difference in someone else's life? How does your business make you or someone else feel on your best day? Because those feelings and those things are what is going to make you do it on your worst day, or the days that you don't feel up to it, remembering those specific things about why we do what we do. You know, maybe it's, I think someone said before, I think Carl has like a little book of success stories or something. Maybe you have like something on your wall right next to your computer of little success stories, or, you know, emails that people have sent you about just how great they feel and how you played a part in that. That just makes you feel all warm and fuzzy on the inside and reminds you why you love doing what you do. I would say like make that visual somewhere for yourself so that when you're having one of those days that you just don't care, it will make you care a little bit more and it'll make you keep pushing. Number 9, she said, think customer first and product second. I know that we've talked about this a lot as a team. You know, she said you have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so use your ears, right? Listen to people. Listen to what they're saying to you when you're having those conversations with them on Facebook. What are the problems that you're seeing that they might need solutions for? And be flexible. So like maybe you have a specific challenge group coming up and you're running, you know, core to force, but that's not what this specific person needs. They need Beachbody on Demand and Shakeology and whatever. Like take the time to realize exactly what's going to help that person. And once they get it and they realize that too, then you're going to have like a customer for life because you took that time and you didn't force a specific product on them, but you really got to know them to figure out what they needed for their lifestyle. And it really doesn't have to be the cheapest or most convenient option as long as you show them that you care and you understand what it is that they need. Because that goes a long way with people. And then her last tip was that your close should be quick. So essentially, you don't want your sales process to just like drag on and on and on. You want to build trust with the people that you're talking to. You want them to get to know you. You want to get to know them. But when it comes to the actual sale, it should be rather natural and quick if you've done it the right way. She said that if your sale doesn't happen, you may have been trying to sell too quickly. You might not have taken enough time to get to know what they need first. And she also said that if someone has ignored your last 3 messages, take that as a no. And don't just keep trying to hit the same people over and over, because then they're going to think like, well, darn, she has no one else to sell to, so I guess I'm that person. So keep reaching out to other individuals and kind of let the process happen naturally. Don't force it, essentially. And those are the 10 tips. That's really all I have. Yeah. Do you guys have any questions about any of those? Was I talking too fast? I tend to do that. No.
So they were all really good.
I know. She's like so smart. She did it much better than I did.
Let me see. I had a question about. I'm reading my notes.
Yeah.
Okay. So the one stop mass posting.
Yeah.
Okay. So you said like don't use stock photos. You
Right.
also said there was another side to that, and so like stop mass posting like.
So remember, and I didn't necessarily say this, but when she did this class, she wasn't specifically talking to just Beachbody people. She was talking to like entrepreneurs in general.
Okay.
So a lot of these, I was trying to think about how they are more Beachbody specific and related. And I think her idea was just don't do a mass general post to everyone, because you're not going to reach a lot of people that way.
Like, as in, don't post like something very generalized.
Right.
Hoping to touch like anybody, like
Right.
your grandpa, your dad.
Right. That like might happen to see it.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
So be specific about who you're targeting.
Right.
Or who you're talking to in your post.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I can say that I wish I had done that sooner. Like, just focused on not just accumulating like sales and points, and really finding like the me's out there.
Yeah.
Because, and the me's in different ways, like the me's in business and the me's in like their health and like things like that, because you can't connect with somebody who, like, I don't know, it's hard to connect with somebody who is totally opposite of where you are at in life.
Right.
And, you know, so you got to really specifically speak to people, and, you know, you just keep doing that. And they said that a lot at like Platinum Edge. Just make your post specific, like create who you are and talk to you, basically. Right. Because those are going to be the people that are your lifers and want this too. And
yeah.
So
I agree. What do you guys think about like Facebook like pages? I'll tell you, once I started mine, I've been kind of all about it.
I like it.
I like it a lot.
I feel it's freeing. You can post whatever you want over there. And it, like everybody says, it just builds your history.
Yeah.
You know, nobody wants to like randomly come up on a post of yours, go down a rabbit hole in your like page and see that you posted like once in May and then again in July and then, you know, right now. And like people want to like go down that rabbit hole and like know you like your like they're your sister at the end. So yeah, I say the like page is definite. And if for nothing else, it's like a journal.
Exactly. Like what you did every day.
Yeah. And you share it over to your personal. And I think if you're going to post videos, you should definitely post them on your like page.
Mm-hmm.
And share them over. Or you can also do the opposite. You can do videos on your personal and share them to the like page.
Oh, I've never done that.
Yeah, you can do that too. So I've done both, but has anybody else created or I know Jody had one before.
Yeah, I've had mine since pretty early on. I think my issue with the like page is I like to keep my presence on my personal page, and then I'm still trying to grow my Instagram. So like, I feel like it's overwhelming with my like page. So I use it, but not like I should. There's a cat in my face. So I really need to focus in on mine. That's definitely one of my weaknesses right now in my business, and I would like to use it more, because there's random people that have liked my like page that actually, when I post on there, they're the first ones to like the post, right. Not people that I know that are on my like page. So I do need to focus on it more. I think it is important, and I think it could really be a strength in my business if I utilized it properly.
And then do you friend them?
I do, and actually some of them have accepted my friend requests on my regular page, and some of them have ignored me.
Well, that's okay. I mean,
but they're still following me on my like page, so yeah, maybe someday.
That's fine. But then if you like, it's okay. You know, it's just another way to connect with them. But
oh yeah. And I feel like you get the more personal me on my personal page. Like I do strictly keep my like page about health and fitness. I mean, that's what it's called. So
yeah, I think there's a lot of value too in like the boosted posts in terms of just like reaching other people, but then you have to pay a little bit of money for it, but you become a lot more visible, and it's not that expensive.
No, it's pretty cheap.
Yeah.
So Megan and Carrie, have you guys like converted anybody from that?
From my like page specifically?
Yeah.
It's hard to say. I think I will say that since I started a like page, I've had more people reaching out to me via Messenger than previously. And I think that's just because, and it's people that I know like that are on my personal page too, but I think I become more visible to them. through it and they pay a little bit more attention. And then there's been like a couple, like the one I said from California, that are just random. But that's more what I've noticed in the last couple months that I've been doing it.
I've had less success converting people from the like page than I have on Instagram. But I've had, I don't know, maybe like, I don't even know, probably like, I'd say around 10, like total strangers from the like page. But when I was like pushing hard on Instagram, I was getting like 2 or 3 a month from Instagram.
Yeah.
Now I've kind of eased up and kind of just been focusing on Facebook.
So how do you do your Instagram, Megan? Like, what are you guys doing for Instagram? Because I feel like I know kind of Facebook-ish way to do it, but I don't know Instagram. Like, I know Instagram, but I don't know how to, like, do it on Instagram.
So I just
hashtags, baby.
Yeah. So I just post like a normal, like I do on my Facebook or my like page. And you can just, like Kyla said, put hashtags in the first comment underneath your post. And people who like look up those hashtags or whatever can find you that way. And then I just like go in and see who liked my post. Often, what I was doing when I was big on it, I was going into everyone who liked the post, who I could tell from their little bubble picture was like semi-human. And I just messaged them, just like I would on Facebook.
Okay.
So I just had, it was like at the time I just focused like half my inviting there and half on Facebook, but now I'm just like doing Facebook for a little bit. I think it's just more the way right now.
Does anyone use Snapchat? I know that sounds stupid, super weird. Like to show your Beachbody stuff?
So actually, sorry. I actually just watched something of Shalene's on Snapchat a few weeks back, and she was saying, don't use Snapchat to boost your business because the only people that are going to follow you on Snapchat are people who already know about you.
Yeah.
So that's fine. You can use Snapchat, but you're not going to gain new followers on there, really. It's just going to be people like, or whatever. And they're like, oh, hey, I want to see what Sarah's up to this weekend. And then, if you talk about your stuff enough and you're interesting enough, they might be like, I like what this girl's got going on. But you're not going to like get new people out of it.
Yeah, I watched that too. And she did say like to make it more like Snapchat's like the personal you, like, what color shoes you wore that day or, things like that versus
Louboutins.
Right. If we had Shalene's money. But then like your Instagram.
What choker she's wearing around her neck.
But then Instagram's like more like where you can do it like Facebook.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would just say don't get caught up like in too many. I mean, I go on Snapchat just like in the morning for a few minutes and just watch my friends, but I don't go on there for like business purposes.
And with the Instagram stories now, you really don't have to necessarily because you can get the same thing on Instagram.
Yeah, you can. And, on Instagram, then you already might have a big following or it's easier for people to find you on there than it is Snapchat. So I would say if you're going to do anything, do the stories.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Are you done that mentorship with her?
So I have like the monthly membership and they do a class every week. And I'm kind of excited because I think in 2 weeks they're doing one that's specifically about like Facebook ads and boosts. I know. I'm so excited. It's like,
take notes.
I'm going to take a lot of notes because I'm so excited. They're bringing in some like outside person. She has probably some relation to like the Platinum Edge people because she apparently really knows her stuff and she helped them run their Facebook whatever for Michelle's businesses. So she's going to do one.
Awesome.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'd be interested in that too. I stopped boosting.
Yeah, I haven't done it in a little bit, but I should.
I watched one video and it's hard to understand, but when you go in to create a ad, like at first you like, it says type in all your interests, but
Mhm.
you're so broad in that you really have to like pick one thing and
Mhm.
then another thing, and there's an option of where you can be like, I want to target people who like this and this, not just one or the other.
Mhm.
And then you like really find like your specific people.
Right.
So yeah, definitely we'll have to have you fill us in on that too.
I will. Yeah. So as long as they do classes like that and I get stuff out of it, I'm gonna keep it up.
Okay, cool. All right, let me stop recording. Thank you for doing that for us. I appreciate it.